go. I apologize for the madness that was happening back there. Hello.
No problem. Hello. How's everyone doing on this lovely Sunday?
We are doing.
Introduce myself.
We are doing great. Yes.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. My name is hau5test. I'm streaming remotely here from good old Germany, and I'm proud to present today for you the original Metal Gear game in the 100% category. So I think let's not further delay. Let's get this run going, and then let's chat a little bit about Metal Gear games.
Okay.
I'm gonna count you all down.
Yep. Are we good to start, everybody? Can we count people in? Yes. Okay. So 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Woo! All right. So, what do we have here today for you all? It's the original Metal Gear game, but technically it's the PS2 port. So,
oh, sorry.
The original Metal Gear game.
I think they started the time. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, it did work. It's fine. It was just a little bit. It was a little bit delayed on the video there. I think we're good.
Yeah, that's because of the stream.
Yeah.
It's fine. The nature of online runs. So
yeah,
let me
sorry
start again.
Yeah.
This is Metal Gear MSX. This game was originally released in 1987 and then later ported over to PlayStation 2 as a second disc game for Metal Gear Solid 3. So we're playing technically a newer modern version, which has a few advantages that I'm going to go through during the run. And we're also playing the 100% category, which means we have to fulfill a few requirements here, 5 in total. We have to find all POWs, we have to get all the weapons, we have to kill all the bosses, get all our items, and of course also call every codec in the game. And that means we got a few things to do, and you should be able to see at the bottom of my game a percentage counter that will indicate how far we've reached throughout the game, and hopefully at the end it will say 100%.
Oh, nice. So even though it seems like there's quite a lot to do here, the estimate is only 35 minutes.
That's right. This game can be beaten very quickly. The just any percent world record currently is sitting at, don't let me lie, 18 minutes and 41 seconds. So that's very fast for a game that technically is about sneaking and everything. You will see we are sort of adhering to that.
Yeah, that's fair. No, that look. Ooh, hang on. We just had a donation. 1 second.
Ooh.
It's quite quick.
Let's hear it out.
We have a donation of £20 from Joey that says, "Let's go, Haas. Good luck." With a smiley face.
Thank you so much.
And in fact, we have a donation from you of £25 saying, "Go hot or go home."
Exactly, for the next hot sauce.
That's great. In fact, it seems that I have been slacking a little bit. There was another donation from the Hell Fridge 9 minutes ago of £20 saying, hey Warwick, hey y'all. Originally I was going to be running right around this time, but illness unfortunately got the better of me, and I'm resting and watching hau5test take over my slot with a good Metal Gear game. Thanks for jumping in, and thank you everyone for this great event. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Get well soon, of course.
Yes.
So let's talk a bit about what I'm doing here. So we're currently in a full alert, which means no matter where I go, I always will be detected and will be attacked. And of course, that's a bad thing for us because, fun fact, in this game, we start out with only 24 points of health. It does get up later when we get more rank upgrades, but as of right now, we are only at 24 points, and that's a little bit low. So I'm trying to get rid of my alert very quickly, and there we go. That was it already. Simply as we kill 4 of these guards here. Let me get quickly. There you go.
Nice.
Just got done.
Was the intention to take damage there, or just happened to be worth it?
It was halfway intention.
Okay,
As you can see here on this floor, for example, we just run over here and get constantly damaged. But that's totally fine because we actually have here everything under control, having rations with us.
Right.
It's one of the key changes that the PS2 version has, where in the original MSX game, you could only use these rations in the menu. Thankfully on PS2, they're a little bit nicer to us, and they're like, hey, if you have it equipped, then that's fine, it counts for us. So let's see, we gotta go here through a few rooms, and as I said, we gotta collect every POW in this game, and we also have to get every boss encounter done here. So here are the 4 horsemen, for example, and they also have an item for us, which is the silencer. There we go, that I immediately picked up. And now with the silencer, for example, we can, oops, there you go, we can actually go on and take care of some guards without getting an alert. Super useful for us here. That's really where the stealth aspect comes in. There we go.
Nice.
And if you're thinking, oh, this game looks super cool, I can definitely recommend learning it. It might be a little bit difficult in the beginning first, Because here's the thing with this old game. In the newer games, you constantly get new cards and they upgrade. For example, in Metal Gear 1, you get up to a level 7 card. Similar to that, it happens here as well, but each card is an individual item, sadly. And so you have to memorize each door, what level does it have, and which card do you have to equip. So it might be a little bit much in the beginning, but I can assure everyone,
I imagine that if someone
after
wanted to learn
like
the
1 or
any
2 runs,
percent
it's fine.
If someone wanted to learn the any percent run, I imagine it would be a little bit nicer.
It's a little bit nicer. We still go basically through the same motions, I have to say. 100% only goes out of its way a little bit. We're going to talk about that when we get there. I personally love both categories. Any percent is really short, really fun. And 100% is only 10 minutes more. So we think about 100%, it's like, oh, there's so much work to do. Not really, at least for this game, thankfully.
Huh.
And especially in any percent, we are mostly skipping all the bosses. 100% at least we have to actually take care of them, which feels a little bit more like actually playing the game.
Yeah,
if I say so myself.
I didn't know you could skip the bosses.
Yeah, for most of them you can literally just walk past them.
Oh.
That's because most of these bosses don't have any key items for us.
Right, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, in the second game they actually changed it. Every boss has a level card for you that you have to get, so if you're not fighting them, then you cannot progress. But in the first one, it's fairly free. And here's one of the first bosses, actually. He's called Shotmaker. I'm going to quickly ignore him, get our stuff back here. And now we gotta gather some
Oh, so those are all like
ammunition
little
here.
secret exits, I suppose, and entrances.
Yeah, a little bit here and there. Especially in the next one, we're going to see a few cool ones. I just have to grab a few ammo boxes here. Alright, let me prepare my weapon. Okay, I gotta get one more. And here's another reason. Even if you fight the bosses, it's not really that slow because he's already dead. If you're thinking of Metal Gear as a series and the boss fights, at least in the very first one, they're not much of a problem. And I might have spoken a little bit too soon because we just beat it now, but yeah, there you go. Alright, so we're now going through a little maze. In this maze are 2 more key items that we need. One is the bomb blast suit, and another one is the enemy uniform. Both are hidden through some walls that we have to break up. And if you're playing this casually and you don't know the exact spaces where you have to go, you're basically punching each pixel off this wall, trying to find where it sounds a bit weird. Like literally you're punching, it's like, huh? Thankfully though, we know that already, so we can save plenty of time, can just explode the walls that we actually need to explode.
So this game, I imagine, was quite difficult to fit on such a small cartridge at the time it was released.
Indeed. Let me turn up the volume for you a little bit so I can hear you better. There you go.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're being chased
could you
by
repeat the
a
question
dog
again?
there. Oh, sorry. I imagine that this game was being quite tricky to fit on such a small cartridge at the time it was released.
Absolutely. And the limitation basically was why this game didn't turn into a full-on action game, but more an action stealth game. Because Konami back in the day, they were like, hey, we gotta make a cool action game like Contra was. But simply for the MSX cartridge back then, they didn't have that much space. So Hideo Kojima back then wasn't even a game designer, it was called a game planner. So like, okay, how about we just make our boy super weak and he has to stealth? Because for example, we cannot even use more than 4 enemies on the screen. Oops, there you go.
Wait, there's not, you can't
As you can
actually
see
have
here-
more than 4 enemies. Is that guessing that they've limited that by in terms of the room, there's no more than 4 enemies?
Yeah, exactly. So each room of these is only 1 screen, and they can have only 4 enemies at once on screen. Which is why also an alert actually fully drops once you have killed all 4 enemies on the screen. Because then technically it's like, oh, you have taken care of everyone, then I guess you're good to go. Alright, so normally any percent we wouldn't go here to the left, but there's a cool item, which is the infrared goggles. Infrared goggles help us, for example, here to get past some lasers. And ironically enough, at least for this building here, 1 out of 3 buildings, we'll still just walk through them. But at least for 100%, as I said, we have to collect all these items, so it's on our journey anyway. And if you think my health is looking low, that will be fine, because here's the thing. Every 5 POWs that we're gonna save actually gives us a rank up and also a health refill. Although 5 points is a little bit low right now, let's see what I can do.
Yeah.
Okay, now I've got to be careful. I probably should put on a ration here just to be safe. The thing is, having such a low health bar, yep, there you go. We take very much, like a lot of damage here, and we got to be very careful. So using a ration here in between is totally fine. Thankfully, there are rations still later on our path.
That is cutting it very close to the life bar there.
Yeah, yeah. In certain situations, I know exactly how much damage some enemies are doing, or how many stretches we could be in danger of losing health.
Was that a boss?
Especially here, just before this gun kit. Yeah, that one was a little bit tricky, so I definitely had to heal up for this one. Alright, here we go. This is now upcoming our next POW number 10. And as we can see here, we actually get a heal. Oops, there we go. Select menus. Now we're finally done with this floor, and we can continue on to the next one. And we're actually going all the way to the roof. And here's the thing why we needed to get this so-called bomb blast suit. This thing is very heavy. And while we're not really defusing any bombs, we are still needing it, because at the roof there are strong winds that will push us back, and we have to use this bomb blast suit that weighs us down to make it past these strong winds. It's one of those video game logic items, basically. Like, oh, you cannot continue unless you have this item.
Even though it might not necessarily be, you wouldn't think it would actually be necessary.
Exactly, yeah. But for us to progress here, we absolutely need this.
We have a £5. Oh, sorry, yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, but we have a £5 donation from Aaron that says Among Us, assumedly in relation to our donations. Wait, hang on. They've just put it on the stream as well.
Yeah, it's on the stream now. We can
that's great. I hope they're having fun.
Certainly looks like it.
We also have a £10 donation from a fan of Vaporeon, who has kindly asked me to wear these Vaporeon ears. Oh, great. Suppose I may as well. It's a charity.
Let's go.
Right.
Alright, we're now also moving on towards the end of this roof. We just get one more item, which is the mine detector. Many of these items we usually never need, because we just learned everything about the game that we know in order to at least beat it. I hope there's still more things that we can do to save time. You never know.
I mean, yeah, even games that have been run for ages, you can still find these incredible glitches afterwards.
Oh yeah, absolutely. For example, in Metal Gear Solid 2, just a month ago, we had a new time save that gives us 30 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Basically out of nowhere, just randomly trying out stuff and then glitching through a door that saves us walking through an entire room.
That's quite a significant time save. I suppose that anyone who's been running it is probably like, oh damn, now I have to completely redo my run.
At least a little bit, yeah. I certainly got like a brand new PB from it, and also improved past this one time save, so I'm very happy that this happened, because it gave me a reason, for example, to come back to play this game. So these are the mines, and as you see, I just walked over them. That's basically planned in. You cannot avoid them, sadly, if you go out, but at least when you go into the truck, you can avoid them. There you go. Little fun fact. And coming up soon is one of the, I want to say, most annoying bosses. It's the tank. For the tank, we need a few mines here that I'm going to quickly grab. And then also what we need to finally finish off this building, quick check, I need one more set, is the body armor. The body armor is sadly all the way back again in the underground, where we just have been. The problem is that we need the level 4 card.
Well, that's interesting. So they... I guess the truck is much bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a Doctor Who thing. There's also trucks in this game that teleport you around. So later in the games you have boxes that if you put them on and go onto a truck, they actually teleport you somewhere. In this game, trucks are literally just like portals. You enter them and then there's a text like, oh, the truck started moving, and you land somewhere else. Definitely cool if you want to come back later, especially on casual playthroughs. For example, you go from building 2 back to building 1 with just a teleport. For us at Speedruns, that's actually a bad thing, because we definitely don't want to enter any of these trucks, because they actually put us all the way back where we don't want to go. This is basically a speedrun where we just go forward.
Is this the location you're in now? So you've been here a couple other times as well. Is this kind of like a central location in the game?
Sort of. This is the first building. And there we go. As we see now, we're leaving the first building, and we can also continue on.
Right.
Because there's I knew I was slightly off there. There is in total 3 buildings here, and they get actually smaller and smaller each time.
So I guess kind of narrowing down as we get closer towards the end of the game. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I sadly misjudged the pixel there. There's a very specific line that we need to take in order to not walk on any of these.
Oh, so it's like it's just
mines?
complete minefield.
Exactly. Thankfully later it gets easier for us. And I hope I will find the specific line now. So because you can see, we're actually getting attacked already.
Do you get the information for what the minefield is going to look like normally?
Yes, we have a mine detector here.
Right.
And I once again misjudged. I'm so sorry for delaying.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
It's the thing with no reset
Oh,
buttons.
right.
You
Yes.
have
Because,
everything.
Yeah, so you have to keep in mind that I am reacting to what has ever happened about 10 seconds ago.
Yeah. I try to delay my own reactions, but of course, naturally, I will always be a little bit ahead. Let me see. If I'm here, I think this is it. Heating up once. Let me see. Oh, this is way over there. It should be fine. I'm actually fighting now the tank. And I gotta be a little bit careful here. I don't want to have another death on my account. There we go. All right.
There you go.
We're getting to it.
Oh,
so the thing with limitations in this game is, for example, here I can only place 3 mines at once in order to get the tank
yes.
To be destroyed. And fun fact is, in all other categories, we literally just phase through. We get 1 hit damage, which is fine, and then we just walk through because our iframes actually are carrying us over. Only 100% we actually have to fight him. And now we're gonna make a few calls because we, as I said, we actually have to also collect all codecs. There are 4 in total. We're gonna do 3 calls here in the beginning of building 2, and then we can move on. Coming up next is the so-called bulldozer, and we never know how it actually fit into the small space. We assume it was an IKEA bulldozer that was just inserted in this building after the building was already done. Thankfully, it can be beaten very quickly with just 8 of these grenade launcher mines, and then we're good to go.
It's quite great to just take on an entire tank as a single person.
Yeah, in just one hallway, nothing else there. You cannot bypass it. In the later game, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, they have the same concept there, but at least they look like they're roaming and cleaning up the underground, right?
Yeah.
But in this building, it's literally just, well, I guess there's a video game item. And there's some lovely quirks that you really can just put under, I guess it's a video game thing.
Yeah.
All right, now we're on the so-called hell roof, where we are constantly under an alert, and we actually have to carry through without dying.
Yes. But by almost exactly 4 enemies every single time.
Every single time. And then now there's also flying enemies, which you cannot easily hit.
I guess this is somewhat futuristic.
Yep. Just like they have in Metal Gear Solid 3, which actually takes earlier place in the timeline.
Oh. Yes, the Metal Gear
Solid
Solid series is known for being very understandable.
Totally
and easy to interpret.
Very easy to follow. Absolutely. All right. So we're now on the underground, and we're thankfully getting very quickly onto another health upgrade here, because we are about to meet hau5test POW. So we can just go in here. There's another hidden wall that we need to open up. There we go. And now we can get to the next POW.
Oh, interesting.
And fun fact about this mission.
Oh, yes, go.
Yeah, please.
Sorry, the life bar just regenerates every time you collect a POW.
If we get a rank upgrade, and we get a rank upgrade every 5 POW, up until we are rank 4. So currently we are now at the maximum rank, and we have to now deal with basically all the damage that comes in and heal ourselves using rations.
Is this why the any percent it finds that it actually takes around the same time, because it does end up collecting some of these POWs to, I guess, increase the class?
Correct. We have to at least also say 15 POWs in any percent, because we need the rank 4 to get the full health.
Right.
But also because then only we have enough ammunition that we can carry. Because we have to fight the Metal Gear of this game, the so-called TX55 at the end. And that one requires at least 16 plastic explosives. And if we rank 3 only, we can only carry 15, and even less, of course, even less. So we have to be rank 4, else we cannot finish the game. There's going to be a very mean room later with a very mean boss that's surrounded by POWs. And if you just accidentally hit one of them, you can basically just take a continue and try again, because you immediately, just by hitting one POW, lose 1 star.
I just have to point out that on the Amogus camera right now, someone is hugging the Amogus.
Let's go.
That's great. Anyways.
Hugs for everyone. I love it. Alright, so here comes one of the biggest backtracking sequences that we actually have in 100%, because the quick mission briefing of this game is we have to go and find Grey Fox. We already did that in the cell in Building 1. We also have to find the Metal Gear and destroy it. And the Metal Gear of this game can only be destroyed with a certain sequence where we need to explode his legs, because the legs are basically the weak point of this Metal Gear. And in order to find out that secret, we have to go in and save Dr. Matner, the scientist who made this Metal Gear. But he, again, only talks to us after we saved his daughter. Now, the fun fact is, this sequence is known. You don't have to find it in the game in order to unlock the ability to kill the Metal Gear. So in just Big Boss and any percent runs, we just go to the end and then do the thing. But for 100%, in order to proper play the game, I guess, we actually have to go all the way back now, save Ellen, Dr. Matner's daughter, then talk to Dr. Matner, who then tells us the secret. And it takes quite a few minutes here. And it also leads through the underground here, where it's dark. We need the flashlight. And there's pits everywhere, as we will see. And hopefully I will not die once in here, because that would be quite a time loss. But I should be fine. Let's see.
Fingers crossed.
Alright.
Oops. when the floor just opens up.
Yeah, these are instant touch deaths.
Oh,
so
wow.
You just touch them once and you're instantly dead. Oh, we made it through, and now we're back actually in Building 1. Almost next to the cell where we have been held. And once we enter this room and break through another wall that we would never know about, we finally save Ellen, Dr. Matner's daughter. And now Dr. Matner will actually talk to us and be like, alright, you saved my daughter. As a thank you, I will tell you how to beat the Metal Gear.
I mean, some of these solutions seem a little bit obtuse. Is there more of an indication as to what you're supposed to do here? Or is it just kind of...
You can punch the walls, and then if a wall can be broken open, Snake will have like an exclamation mark over his head, basically indicating like, huh, this sounds weird. Any other wall he punches does not have any extra noise.
Right.
But yeah, if you don't know that and playing it casually, you're basically just punching along pixel by pixel, trying to find the one opening. Yeah, which is why I understand that, especially when people try this game for the first time, they look at Metal Gear Solid, for example, 3, where this game is included in. They say, Metal Gear MSX, that's the original game, cool, I'm gonna check it out. And then they found out they actually have to punch each wall, trying to find the solution. That's when I also say, just use a guide, it's fine, there's no shame in using a guide for this game.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright, the good thing is now we're fully done with the underground, we can finally move on. And, as I said, meet Dr. Matner, who will tell us the order of legs that we need to attack in order to destroy the Metal Gear. Before I do that, I have to get a few other items though, such as the so-called antidote. Why do we need an antidote? We'll see later. For now, just accept that we have to get this item.
Well, the reason why we need an antidote is because it's a 100% run, and we need everything, of course.
Exactly. I wish I would have actually watched my health bar there, because it got drained so quickly. And this is one of the things that I want to quickly point out. This game can very quickly take over off your attention, and then you sadly just die. So let me do this again, and this time proper. I actually have the health value on screen, so I know how much health I have, but as you can see, these enemies, they shoot so quickly, you sometimes cannot even open the menu quickly enough to just heal yourself. So now, properly doing it, we should be good. Alright, I just see myself now, and I literally used up all of my rations. The cool thing is though, we have a trick later that allows us to get them back very quickly. For now, we're just gonna go quickly here and finally save Dr. Matner, who's also counting as one of the hostages. That's basically like a VIP. And he will also tell us the order of the legs that we need to attack. So I hope you got your notepad out. It's a very simple sequence of right, left, right, left. Sorry, right, left. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
Oh wow, they actually
super
do
easy.
That's great. It appears for like a second.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously you just get past it. But...
I skip past that, yeah, true.
It's I guess it's one way to. It's almost like a cheat code in some ways.
A little bit, yeah.
But it's actually
surprised
told to you
that it's actually not the Konami code, because that would be cool as well.
That would be cool. Oh, so this game was published by Konami, I believe.
Exactly, yeah. Alright, so what we need to do now, you've seen in the last room, actually, there was two big guys. They're actually called the Bloody Brats in the NES version, or just the Arnolds here in the MSX version. And basically, they're like Terminator beings. They're a sort of Metal Gear, and for some reason, Rocket Launcher didn't spawn there. Let me quickly call Jennifer again. There we go, there is the Rocket Launcher, an item that they need, because the Terminators basically are only being destroyed by using rocket launchers, which makes sense. They're big machines, cannot just kill them with bullets. Just like we can't do this with the Terminator. Right, now that we are almost done here, there's one POW to the side. It's super easy to forget picking them up, and I always have to remind myself actively, like, pick up this one POW, please pick up this one POW. Alright, and now we're coming to the sequence, how we get the ammo. Now, on the big boss rank runs, which, yes, the PS2 version actually has ranks, we would go down back to the basement, find a room, and then constantly try to get new ammo, which thankfully respawns just by leaving the room and coming back in again. Here, for 100% though, we have a cool trick, which is thanks to the PS2 port, where if we die 5 times on a checkpoint, the game's like, I think you have a little bit of trouble here, let me help you out. So we're gonna take very quickly 5 deaths here intentionally, and then the game's like, okay, I see you're struggling. Here's every ammo that you need for your weapon, and also 24 rations. Which is more than enough to finish the game now. Basically, this little trick then helps us to just gather all the resources we need to finish the game quickly. Rather than going all the way down, taking it out the right, and so on. And now the Terminators are dead. There we go. We also got an item from them, so besides, of course, needing to kill every boss, we also need this item, which is the level 7 card. And now we're almost done with this building. We just need to get another item, which is the compass. Because we are going to go through a desert between building 2 and 3, and this desert sadly is very big, very confusing, and we need the compass in order to find our way out. Else we would just loop over and over through one room and not continue at all. Which is another one of those key items that at least make a little bit more sense. I can understand that you get lost in the desert. On the other hand, like, how big is Outer Heaven actually that you can get lost between 2 buildings? You would think they're close enough that you can be like, okay, it's back there on the horizon, I just walk there.
Yeah, it's there are a lot of elevators. Well, I guess a lot of times you use the elevator there.
Absolutely, yeah. And especially in building 2, they're a little bit more annoying, because in building 1 you could go anywhere you want, up and down, but in building 2, the left one only goes up and the right one only goes down. So you gotta be very careful with which elevator you take, how far, or else you're gonna go all the way through another floor to take it up again, for that floor, and then try again in the previous elevator.
Are you losing life purely for going through deep water?
Yes, this is the called scuba gear skip. So normally when we're going through this water, we would need the scuba gear, or else we can't make it across the water.
Yes.
However, a runner called Puzon has found out if we're playing on easy difficulty, the damage is only half. So we only get 1 tick removed every couple of frames, and we can make it actually across this water using just 46 points of health. And since we are rank 4 and have full health, we got 48, so 2 points left. We can make it without ever needing the scuba gear. And the important thing about that is the scuba gear is in building 3, so we need to go all the way from building 2 to building 3, then back again to building 2, then to swim across to technically building 3, just so we can go over this water.
Is that required in the normal run of the game, I suppose?
If you're playing on the original difficulty, the damage values actually requires you to do it. Thankfully, though, on this PS2 port, there's also the easy mode, and with the easy mode, you just can make it past this water.
So the original game did not have this difficulty?
Exactly. The original game also didn't have any credits or any ranks. A few more specifics will also change. For example, how poison works. In this PS2 version, if you get poisoned and we die, the poison gets removed, which is a strategy that we use if we run for IGT. This category is actually run in RTA. And in 100%, as I said, we also have the antidote. So routed in here on the side elevator, I will actually both heal myself, use the antidote to get rid of the poison from the desert scorpions, and now I can move on. It's a kind of cool thing because there's no other category where we can do this. In all other categories, we have to constantly heal ourselves, being poisoned, and then try and finish the game.
So for
and
those,
also,
for those unaware, IGT means in-game time, and RTA is like the actual time, I believe, that the run is fully taken.
Yep. And you see what I mean by missing POWs? It's so embarrassing. I just talked about that when we go to one boss, he's surrounded by POWs. Guess what I didn't save?
Oh.
The 3 POWs that are surrounded by him. I'm so sorry. Normally I have a way better performance that I can show.
No, it's fine.
At the same time, talking and playing sometimes is a little bit much.
Yeah,
we're gonna quickly fix that. We're gonna go all the way back. It's just a few minutes, and we have enough estimate time at least.
Just a little bit of an elevator, right?
Yep. Oh, also remember, there's a pit at the elevator.
There's a pit?
There's a pit at the elevator.
Ah. Oh yes, there is. There is. You are right. Oh no. Yes. Oh no.
See when you have to
it's fine.
When you have to on the fly reroute things again, it's like very confusing, but it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
We can make it. Just gotta recall it a little bit. Fun fact, I actually broke the world record warming up for this run today.
Wait, what?
The world record was 29 minutes and 4 seconds.
Wait,
and now it's just 29 minutes.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I wish I would have recorded that and just played it back now, because now I feel a little bit embarrassed.
That's beautiful, honestly. No, I mean, honestly, that itself is great. No, I think people. I mean, this is a good, like, it's kind of like a with commentary run. You can add it to the category. You know, 100% PS2 Metal Gear with commentary.
Exactly.
So I guess you'll probably end up finishing. I guess. Do you think it's gonna be like ever so slightly overestimate? I imagine.
No, we'll be within estimate, thankfully. Yes, we're basically doing now what we do in original mode. So let's just use the educational mode and explain.
Perfect.
Yeah, we could have. Oh my god, I didn't have a ration on. I knew that I did a mistake there.
Oh no.
Swear to God, today is not my day.
Oh no. Okay, fine. Just barely.
Nope.
No.
That's what I mean.
It's okay.
I have to keep the ration on for this. So, yeah, original difficulty, as I said, the water damages so much, actually, that we'll lose too much health that we cannot just swim past. We have to get the scuba gear, and this is how it looks like then.
Oh, so you can't actually use the ration beforehand as well, can you? Like, while you're in the water?
Yeah, you cannot use it when you're in the water. And now I actually saved all 3 POWs, as the stream is about to catch up. This is the only thing that I forgot to do as I was explaining everything.
Oh no, it's okay.
But you know what? Because we're here, I'm gonna use the scuba gear now. We're not gonna let this chance be wasted. This is how it normally looks like when we go in the water. Literally just put on the scuba gear, we're not losing any health. And that's that then.
As someone in chat said, just casually drop that on us that you just happened to break the world record again. Congrats.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and there's still like 30 seconds at least in there that you can beat this, so I'm just going to use the chance while we backtrack again. If you want to learn this game, just join us at the Metal Gear Speedrunners. We have a great Discord where we teach all the games. And you can learn this game, I teach this, I teach any percent, and of course also 100% category. And trust me, I do a better job explaining it, how to play it, than I'm currently playing it, so... Yeah, give this a chance. It's a really cool game, IMO. And as I said, the any percent run is less than 20 minutes on the European version. It's around 21 minutes on the NTSC version. And the reason for that is because, funnily enough, when the developers made a mobile port of this game, which is called the Java version, they decided, oh yeah, the PAL version needs to be faster because PAL consoles on PS2 back then, running at 50 Hz instead of 60. And for some reason decided, okay, we're gonna make PAL so much faster that it not only matches NTSC, it's actually 11% faster than NTSC.
What? Okay,
so that's why we're specifically playing on the European version of this game right now.
Oh yes, it's to do with, is it to do with like the frame rate refresh or something?
Yeah. And then the developers just said, okay, how about we buff movement and like everything, the whole game logic, by around 11% compared to NTSC to make up for that distance. And they ended up making this game version even better. There you go. Alright, flashing light warning for the next screen, or next 2 screens, please be careful. in case you're sensitive to that. As we're moving now finally to the end game, where we're gonna meet the Metal Gear of this game, the TX55. I'm gonna let the screen catch up a little bit. As I explained, when we save Dr. Matnar, we have to memorize the whole sequence of destroying the legs.
Are we coming on time by any chance?
Okay, we might be at 10 seconds off time.
Okay.
We're just about to hit the end.
We're about to get on time quickly. We're approaching time
30 seconds.
in about 30 seconds or so.
Yep. My sincere apologies.
No, it's fine, it's fine. There's no need to apologize, Dad.
Right, we destroyed the Metal Gear of this game. Now it's over to meet the final boss. And that is actually Big Boss, the man, our commander, who led us on this mission. And he reads to us, oh, actually, you should have died. You should have never gotten this far. And we just taken out with 4 rockets.
Oh,
and now we're just moving over here.
Oh, they're gone. Well,
Yep.
I guess they'll never come back again, right?
Exactly, they're never coming back again. And as we see at the bottom of the screen, we're officially 100%. And as we leave this third screen, when the explosion starts, that's when there starts a time. So get ready for time. And time.
Time. That is 35 foot goal, which is very, very, very respectable.
Thank you everyone for having me today.
I don't know if you can hear the clapping, but yeah.
I can barely hear. Thank you everyone. It was an honor to be here. And yeah, as I said, if you want to learn this game, go to the Metal Gear Speedruns on the Discord. If you want to find me and do see what I do regularly, currently, for example, I'm ending most of Metal Gear Solid 2. You can find me on twitch.tv/hau5test. And yeah, I wish everyone, of course, a great day today. And good luck collecting more money for the charity, of course.
Thank you very much. Take care.